La proporción entre monstruos y buenos sujetos es de 1 a 1.000.000.
Todo hay que decirlo, en efecto es un temazo. Muy buenas noches, gente.
De verdad que no pensaba que caerías.
You spin me rig round my bat bloom on the ground. Baby let me grow my tramp and my son will blow.
Muchas gracias, Exit, por la suscripción. Vale, ya ha vuelto a fallar el cargador del juego, me ha vuelto a salir otro fallo al cargar las opciones. Entonces vamos a intentarlo lanzar de nuevo. A ver qué tal ahora. Va baby popú, pa pepi popú, sase si sosu. Venga, muy buenas noches, Diógenes. Buenas noches a ti también, Héctor. Pues al final no está tan mal, ¿eh? Es un poco repetitivo, pero no está mal. No, he mejorado y mucho en el tema de la conducción.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
A ver, los Stephens eran estos. A ver, estos son unos, los
Here they are.
Stephens.
Stephens.
Y los Sawyer.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue. Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
Este no mueve un músculo, vamos a decir que es verdad.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
¿Este que le veis con cara de mentiroso o lo ponéis en duda y os ponéis agresivos? Venga, voy a decir que es mentira.
You're lying, Cunningham. There's some kind of racket going on here, and you're in on it.
And you have a screw loose, Buster. I'm involved in a conspiracy for a $20 family ticket to Catalina. How are you going to prove that? You should go have a drink or lie down or something. Get your mouth under control.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. Just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Buenas.
me guess. You want to check out the suburban address.
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
KGPL to any central unit. Ambulance shooting. Any central unit. Identify.
No, y antes, al llegar, llegué sin haber tenido ningún accidente.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
De aquí no creo que se pueda sacar mucho, pero vamos a darnos un paseíto. ¿Por qué se tuerce así? Ahora. Eso sí, solo uno con casco. Aquí les viene inspección de trabajo y les monta una. Uy, casi. Pensaba que entraba.
We came as soon as we could.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop
Lynch.
who caught her.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Vale, pues esto entiendo yo que sería la válvula.
Good, your regulator's in position.
Esto por aquí. Y esto por aquí.
bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas in.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me. Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her. Hey, buddy, you dropped something?
Joe?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
The guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Any available unit, meet the officer. 211 just occurred at 253 Main Street. Unit to handle code 2, identify.
At least we'll know where we've been if we try to retrace our steps.
Con lo suavecito que iba.
I don't know what makes you so stupid, but it really works.
I know that.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
The women don't find you handsome? They should at least find you handy.
Papers. You should
New
be
and
ashamed of
improved
yourself,
model.
young man.
They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
82,50.
So, you gonna see your married man again? What on earth is that man doing?
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's unfamiliar territory. I saved a whole year!
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70, yeah. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
No le veo motivos para mentir, pero está poniendo caras raras. Vamos a darle a la intuición.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
¿A cuánto estaban los cerdos? ¿Os acordáis?
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
A ver, no me fijo en qué es lo que decía este. Nombres de personal autorizado y homologado. Si le digo que es mentira, no sé qué es lo que puedo utilizar. Porque aquí en la libreta lo que tengo son 2 hojas de revisiones. Pero vienen 2 nombres, no viene más.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then?
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to rouse that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
A ver, ¿dónde tienes el teléfono?
Who's he hiding from?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Y dan más calorcito que una caldera.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names.
Y al precio al que está el gas, casi que te sale más barato darles de comer.
Have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
That son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pointed his gun at me.
Venga, buenas noches, Exit.
My wife is so dumb, she stares at orange juice for hours. Well, it does say concentrate on the carton.
I don't know what makes you so stupid, but it really works.
Vale, vamos a ver a dónde vamos. Me debe de faltar algo. Me debe de faltar algo por aquí.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's unfamiliar territory. I saved a whole year for that car. You want the 5-star goddamn wedding.
No, no suena música, así que aquí no hay nada más que registrar.
Do you think this lipstick's too light for my complexion?
Hey, don't mind me.
What on earth is that man doing?
¿No se llamaba la cochiquera? ¿A dónde están los cerdos? Aquí me falta algo. No sé qué es, pero me falta algo. Los gallegos son raros.
So, you You gonna see your married man again?
You'll never find out.
Any ideas?
Talk to the guy in charge. See what he says.
Pero si ya hemos hablado con el encargado.
I don't know what makes you so stupid, but it really works.
¿O se refiere a este?
Who's he hiding from?
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
What the hell?
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
My company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Varley has a problem with bugs.
O sea, hay que evitar ponerle
You know that
nombre.
a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice.
Do you think this lipstick's too light for my complexion?
Uy, 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 de la sociedad anarquista de Los
Some light
Ángeles.
reading on the merciless capitalist machine. Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
Don't think this is any use to us.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
Hombre, yo a ti no te veo como vegana. Eso es el autocorrector, seguramente.
Poor guy. Must be going crazy.
Vale, ¿a cuál nos vamos? ¿Al de Clemens, al de Barley o al de Ryan? ¿O vamos en el orden en que lo tenemos ahí? ¿O por orden alfabético? Vale, pues entonces vamos a ver qué orden he cogido.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You know Reginald Barley?
No? Can't say I do.
Es que no hace falta ser vegana para ser adicta al café de Starbucks. Este no he visto qué es lo que le ha preguntado. No conoce al otro. Dice. No se lo cree ni él.
You have a real viper's nest at Insta-Heat, don't you? Arsonists, murderers, communists.
What's that got to do with me? You can't prove I'm behind all that.
¿Qué le sacamos? ¿El panfleto anarquista o los antecedentes?
Look, I've been cooperative. How about letting me get back to work?
Pues no.
You were licensed and worked for Insta-Heat?
I contract for them. So what?
¿Y qué cara de tengo almorranas? Pero las caras de almorranas, ¿qué es? ¿Duda o mentira? Vale, duda o mentira. Vamos a decir que duda porque no esquiva la mirada.
Instead hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in the settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
Esto sí es mentira. Porque desvía la mirada.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
Ahora sí es cuando le saco el panfleto.
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Ya estás pensando en que esa persona te va a mentir. Esa actitud no es la correcta. ¿Dónde está la confianza?
Slow down, idiot.
Eso se lo has visto a House, el de la serie.
You like to leave your mark, don't you?
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said, son of a bitch.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. Don't leave me hanging out here, Phelps. Move in. Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in the room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Get in close and steer him off the tar.
Put your hands where I can see them. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Eso por huir.
No tenéis que hacerlo.
Por si hay que cambiar algún neumático desgastado.
Muchas gracias, Virgilio. Vale. Pues ahora nos queda el lugar de trabajo del otro.
Farley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
Eso del 82 pesos no me ha gustado.
I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, fellas.
Es lo que pasa cuando tengo el bot
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in.
en mexicano.
LAPD, Varley!
Anda.
Stop or I'll shoot!
Come on, Varley. You can't keep running forever.
Prueba a poner GBP a ver qué pasa.
You run all the way from Michigan, Reginald?
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on.
No, te decía que pusieras GBP, que sería libra británica.
How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for...
No, pero pon 82 espacio GBP.
committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, you're a guest of the city.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close.
Vamos a probar una cosa. Poned el símbolo del dólar y luego una cantidad. Porque lo mismo, el problema está en que lo estamos poniendo a la derecha y no a la izquierda. Ah, pues no.
This case.
Bueno, había que probarlo. Mujer previsora. Que me lee la mente. O eso, intuición femenina. De todas formas, a ver si cambio el bot y lo vuelvo a poner en una voz española. Es más, lo voy a hacer ahora. A ver, panel de control, voces. Vamos a poner a Microsoft Laura. ¿Qué pasa? ¿No te gusta? ¿Lo quieres en mexicano? Bueno, venga. Va. Pues lo dejo como está. Aunque me gusta más, aunque no me gusta tanto el acento mexicano.
This guy was willing to rat his own mother after I'd sweated him.
I have two suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Vale, vamos a apretarle las tuercas al comunista este.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
No tengo ni idea.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Vamos a ponerlo en duda.
Last chance, Ryan. You level with me or I'm sending you to the DA. A conviction for sedition and murder will do wonders for his re-election campaign.
Nice try. But I got nothing to lose.
Mal, muy mal.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Este sí tiene pinta de que es mentira. Tiene los brazos cruzados en posición de defensa. Se le nota algo tembloroso. Es mentira.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Como la 3 esta del calentador.
Looks like you're the one who needs advice on how to do his job.
Pues no era la 3.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Vamos a dar la duda.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Barley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Vamos a decir que es mentira y vamos a sacarle los antecedentes.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you going to prove that?
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Knucklehead. Cabeza de nudillo.
I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
El dilema del prisionero.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Pone cara desafiante. Hombre, normalmente el poli elegiría al marido, que suele ser el asesino. Pero en este caso es que no sabemos si estos están casados. ¿Qué digo? ¿Que es mentira?
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though, because he still wouldn't sell.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Está poniendo las mismas caras que antes. Así que vamos a tirar a por otra mentira. ¿Cómo era lo que no me había dicho? Si lo saboteo a sabiendas.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire, huh? You're saying I'm some kind of psycho for hire? It's not true.
¿Qué hacemos? ¿Acusamos a este o lo dejamos? ¿Acusamos a este o acusamos al otro? No, ni yo tampoco. Muchísimas gracias, Marinka. Pues venga, le acusamos por feo.
Reginald Varley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no cold-blooded criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home.
is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy? I took a chance on you, Phelps. People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk. You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
Bueno, pues es el segundo o el tercer caso que fallo. Bueno, alguno hay porque se me escapó también el sospechoso. No, fallé.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Y aquí tenemos al asesino del origami.
House fire, bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all's fair in love and war.
There he is, the cop in the newspapers. You should be ashamed of yourself, young man.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down in 1 round.
I don't want no part of it. If Captain finds out, we're dead.
Wow, that sure looks like a beauty.
Parker, Wolverine. I don't know who these were.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
One of the new housing developments, a couple of weeks from completion, burnt to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers. Shame about Jep. The arson desk has been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches. for God's sakes.
No, era el Heavy Rain. Que le jugué no sé si después o uno más allá. Creo que fue justo el que me puse después del Detroit. El Detroit es una maravilla. Ojalá hubiera otro de ese estilo. Pero ahora mismo de toma de decisiones el único que tenemos por jugar es el Life is Strange 3. El True Colors.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs. Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Ooh. I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the
Y si tienes alguno que además sea de sombras, ya lo clavas.
parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
What are they doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
No, cerdos salían en el que... En el del cuervo. ¿Recordáis cuál os digo? Uno que era como muy estilo Rebelión en la Granja. Ahí había cerdos.
Find anything interesting?
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake.
Ese creo que tú lo veías a través del teléfono móvil, entonces era bastante incómodo para verlo así.
This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
Aquí tenemos el típico sótano donde secuestran gente.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Un martillo que no dice nada. El pueblo de la mina, ¿ese cuál fue? ¿Cuál era el del pueblo de la mina? Ahora mismo no caigo. Vamos a echar un vistazo al juego este. Don't skate 4 days to survive. El del casino estuvo muy bien. A mí me gusta. ¿Cuál es el del pueblo de la mina? El pueblo de la mina es el Life is Strange 3. Ya me has dejado con la duda. A ver, de minas puede haber este de... El de las matrioscas. Este era el de... El del cabezón. Ah, el del periodista. El Twin Mirror. Así a lo tonto van un montón de juegos, ¿eh? Pero un montonazo. He entrado directamente en el buscador de YouTube. Utilizo en el Opera una opción que me permite poner distintos atajos. Entonces, si tecleo, por ejemplo, YT, espacio y cualquier cosa, me lleva directamente a la búsqueda de lo que había puesto.
Incidental.
¿Lo dices por algo estilo Final Fantasy? Pues...
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy.
No me va.
There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
No estuvo tan mal.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
Hey, I think I see a
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Muy buenos días, estimado señor vecino curioso.
LAPD, can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
No me fío un pelo. Me ha callado así muy de golpe. No me mira, pero tampoco desvía la mirada. Voy a decirle que duda.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Aquí ya sí tiene la cara tensa, desvía la mirada, aquí sí va a ser mentira.
You obviously know everything that goes on in this neighborhood. Morelli didn't want to sell, and you know why.
And how are you going to prove that I know what Morelli was planning, Detective? Morelli must have had his reasons. That's all I know.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
Venga, vamos a decir que es verdad.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell's going on?
Never get into fights with ugly people. They have nothing to lose.
¿Este qué hace?
He's the cop that arrested
So what
that movie
next?
producer. It's about time some of those movie people went to jail. Think they're untouchable.
A ver qué pistas tenemos. Tenemos el viaje, los derribos, y lugares. El único sitio que tenemos es esto.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say about it.
Tiene que haber algo más.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
A la plancha ya la cogimos antes. Aquí me falta algo, pero no sé qué es. Cierto, no he examinado la casa por fuera. Va a ser eso lo que me faltaba. De nuevo rellena el Banley.
Looks like the same model.
the hell's going on?
No, este no me va a decir nada más. Y el compi sigue por allí. Pero no hay ninguna puerta en la que pueda interactuar. Sigo sin tener ningún lugar nuevo. Y no hay absolutamente nada. Sí, yo también me voy a retirar. Pongo aquí la animación y lo dejamos. Venga, descansa. Y ya te escribiré para ver qué tal estás.
How did you get my number, Ira? At first I didn't understand you, but now I do. I'd like you to come back to the clinic. I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose. Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Venga, pues que duermas bien. A ver si me sale por aquí ya lo de guardando. Y lo dejamos. Ahí lo tienes, guardando. Y sigue sonando música, así que algo más tiene que haber por aquí. En fin, pues si hay algo más ya lo encontraremos mañana. Y bueno, pues os digo lo de siempre, que muchísimas gracias por venir, muchísimas gracias por los bits, todos los que estéis enfermos que os mejoréis. Y bueno, nos vemos mañana. Venga, chao.